Welcome to a Morning Joe special hour. We're officially 100 days away from the midterms, and over the next hour, we're going to take a look at what's at stake in this pivotal election. It's an extraordinarily important election, and that, of course, includes the control of the House and the Senate and key governors' races in states like Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Arizona. These midterms come as fallout from the January 6th insurrection continues, and the country braces for a likely 2024 campaign announcement from the man who inspired that attack, former President Donald Trump. A series of monumental decisions from the Supreme Court will also be in front of mind for so many voters this November. None greater than the unprecedented decision to overturn almost a half-century of privacy rights in Roe v. Wade. Coming up, we're going to be joined by Georgia's Democratic nominee for governor, Stacey Abrams. She's going to talk about everything that's on the line this fall. But first, let's bring in an incredible roundtable. We've got former chairman of the Republican National Committee, Michael Steele, former White House press secretary under President Obama, Robert Gibbs, host of MSNBC's Politics Nation and president of the National Action Network, Reverend Al Sharpton, former aide to the George W. Bush White House and State Departments, Elise Jordan, and former White House director of communication to President Obama and director of communications for Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign, Jennifer Palmieri. Michael Steele, let's start with you. You ran the RNC. I need you to explain something to me. How could it be that the Republicans have, I would say, the best environment, if you just look at leading economic indicators right now, as they've had since Ronald Reagan's massive victory in 1980? And yet, look at the Senate races. They're behind in all the key states. They're behind in Pennsylvania. They're behind in Ohio. They're behind in Georgia. And their candidates, talk about a leading indicator, Republican candidates are getting wiped out when you look at the money that both sides are raising. What's happening out there?
Well, I think there are a couple of things that are coming into focus as we get ourselves really through the midpoint in the primary season. We still, at this point, have a number of primaries left, and on the ballot, you have a lot of candidates that have been pushed up and forward by a hardened right fascist base. They are about owning the libs. They are about sort of a revenge politics that was stoked and fermented by Donald Trump. And what's happened in essence, and Mitch McConnell is the biggest plaintiff of this, is they've lost control of this process. Unlike what I was facing in 2010, when I had to deal with a candidate who the worst thing she was saying was, "I'm not a witch." Today's Republican Party has to deal with candidates who literally believe that President Biden is an illegitimate president and should be thrown out of office.
Yeah, I mean, also a base that still believes in all the lies, all the election lies, and a lot of candidates that won't come out and criticize January 6th. Elise, I always tell the story when I talk about the political impact of this abortion decision and what it may do in the 2022 election. I always talk about your Georgia focus group of Trump Republicans. And, man, they follow Donald Trump on every issue. And one of the people you were talking to that just, let's be blunt, had bought into so many conspiracy theories. You said, what about Roe? Should Roe be overturned? This was before the decision was overturned. And he said, Wait, what are you talking about? I'm a man. That's not up to me to decide. And I've heard so many Republicans, so many lifelong conservatives, so many people that actually consider themselves to be pro-life. They look at the Supreme Court decision. They look at Thomas's concurrence. They look at privacy rights under attack now. They look at a 10-year-old girl having to flee her home state because she's going to have the state's going to force her to carry full term her rapist's baby. They look at the state of Texas fighting the federal government because they want the right for mothers to die on the operating table and for the federal government not to protect them. And my God, it seems this radical Republican Party is chasing away a lot of independents, a lot of swing voters with these policies.
Joe, and the voter that you're talking about in Georgia, he identified as pro-life, and there are plenty of Republican voters who identify as pro-life, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they want abortion banned outright. And the race this cycle that I'm really watching is what's going to happen in Pennsylvania, because the Republican nominee, Doug Mastriano, who was a marcher on January 6th and part of the insurrection, he has said that if he wins, he's immediately going to ban abortions in Pennsylvania, the 5th largest state in the country and a very purple state, I would say. And so is that actually going to help or hurt the down ballot candidates like Dr. Oz? Is he going to be lumped in? Are there going to be enough independent voters where it does give it gives Democrats an advantage in a state like Pennsylvania where abortion really could be front and center on the ballot?
Yeah, and, you know, Jen Palmieri, abortion, we've talked about the abortion ruling from the start, and we've talked about how it's going to definitely impact Republicans with suburban moms, with suburban women, with college-educated people, whatever, you know, soccer mom, whatever we want to call swing voters, women swing voters in the Atlanta suburbs and the Philly suburbs and the I-4 corridor. And yet there's another side to that story, isn't there? Older Hispanic voters may actually move the Republican Party's way because of that. So this decision, this Dobbs decision, has put a lot of cross currents in the political waters, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's not any sort of blueprint for this kind of midterms. I think sort of in the post-Trump world, all of the normal midterm rules go out the window, and you have a decision like Roe that comes down. And I think that, you know, you look at a candidate like Gretchen Whitmer. She has gone all in on abortion. She, you know, starting from earlier this year when she filed a lawsuit about it. So some people have already made their decision. We're going all in, but it is not, and, you know, even though there might be culturally Hispanic voters could be more conservative, that has certainly been my experience in presidential campaigns. But I think that when I look at, if I were running a race and I were looking at voters of color, Black, Hispanic, AAPI, they are, you know, they are walking away from Democrats in a very disturbing way. I suspect that's about inflation. I suspect that's about the economy. These are the people that are most affected by that. So I think for Democrats, you're probably going to be looking at running the race where you need to, doing paid media where you need to on abortion, but you got to do the basic economic issues first.